Big decision today about medical marijuana in the city of Venice. City council members agreeing that dispensaries will not be allowed to open.
Today's decision comes after the city banned doctors' offices that prescribe medical marijuana. ABC 7's Christopher Brantley joins us live from Venice with reaction to that council vote. Christopher?
Good evening, and in perhaps the most interesting twist of irony, this same day the Venice Community Center behind me is hosting the largest group of medical marijuana CEOs anywhere in Florida. The city decided today to ban any of those dispensaries from ever opening in the city. The Compassionate Cannabis Clinic in Sarasota opened earlier this year, and they've already had to switch offices to increase space.
By limiting access, you're doing nothing but making it very difficult for your constituents to find appropriate medical care.
Dr. Barry Gordon is the chief medical officer at the clinic, and he has harsh words for City of Venice elected officials who are voting to restrict medical marijuana offices and dispensaries.
Literally, people come from all over the state to see what we're doing and how we're doing it, yet our own hometown doesn't seem to be interested enough to even find out what we're up to here.
Dr. Gordon says he's invited some elected council members to come and see his office, but he says they've declined.
I still believe that they should say yes to offices and yes to dispensaries as well.
Bill Ahern is a Venice resident, and while he supports medical marijuana, he does understand why there's trepidation with the city council. And he summed up basically the same thing Venice City Council members said.
A certain amount of conservatism in regards to moving forward with it. It's something brand new to get our heads around.
While City of Venice residents can get medical marijuana by being treated at offices outside the city, Dr. Gordon says restricting the offices away from city limits could have legal implications, especially if the patient needs to get medication delivered to them.
You know, politicians need to understand that it's just going to take one patient who is not allowed the access to his medication without having to pay an additional delivery charge who's willing to, go ahead and file a lawsuit against that.
And Tuesday's vote is really only the first reading of this. There will be a second and final vote on this taken. Dr. Gordon told us he thinks things would be different if there was more education about what medical cannabis really is. Live in Venice, Christopher Brantley, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.